Now, what does this do for us? This does some really, really cool things. Okay, first of all, it secures our future. What do I mean by that? Because it puts in the attitude of saying, you know what? It's not about me. I'm going to serve in any way I can, whether it be with our kids, with our younger people, people that don't know. And so literally, we are laying it down for generations to come in this church. It's a huge, huge thing. Another thing that it does is it keeps us very outward focused. It keeps us focused on the unchurched. It keeps us focused on kids we're going to send shoeboxes to. It keeps us focused on the church that we're about to plant in India. And it says, you know what? We're going to make a difference outside of the walls of this church. The church has left the building. That's what we're all about. Also, another really cool thing that this attitude does is it destroys control issues. It destroys control issues. What do I mean by that? Sometimes in a church or in a family or any organization, there can be issues of unhealthy control where you put into something in such a way to where you say, I put into this, it is mine. And it is nobody else's. And if this ever changes, well. And I've seen this many times. Sometimes you go into church buildings and you'll find pews that have somebody's name on them. They're dedicated to somebody. And now I know why they did that. They did that because they needed money to buy the pew. Okay? And so somebody donated money, and that's fine. But the problem is the person that donates the money to that can say, that's my pew. No, it is not your pew. It is for those people out there. And with this kind of attitude, it's not about me. We will not have those problems. Okay? And man, I've heard stories. I've not seen this. I've heard stories where you will have something that changes. You know, heaven forbid anything should change. But something changes. It's like, you know, you have an organ on this side, piano on this side. Hey, let's flip them. Whoa, big problem. Okay? I've heard of stuff like that. It's meaningless. It's pointless. Okay? It's not about me. The fourth thing is this. This is the what. Okay? As you have noticed about networks, that we are very modern in the way that we do things. We're pretty edgy. We try to do as much high-tech stuff as we can. We try to make things new. You notice that the way that I speak, with the exception of quoting Shakespeare, is I try to speak very now. I typically don't read King James Version. There's nothing wrong with that. But I try to communicate in a way that is very plain to understand and is very clear. And the whole look, the feel, you will notice that whenever we send out any advertising, it has a very modern feel to it. It has a very young feel to it. The style of music that we do, it's very new. I mean, you can hear some of these songs on the radio, on Christian radio. And there is a reason why we do that. And the why behind that is that we want to make sure that church is very practical and is very relevant to now. And here's one of the complaints that people have had about church is they say it's not practical. It doesn't deal with me now. It's archaic. It's outdated. And number 4, right in your notes, is this is the idea of the showroom floor. The showroom floor. And you know what I mean by that? You walk in to think of going into a new car dealership. You walk in, and there, the way that the cars look, the way that the place looks, it is immaculate. And this is all about atmosphere. It's the look, it's the feel, it's the smell, the taste, the way that it sounds. It is, wow, I like this. This is good. Okay? There are places that I love to go, and I have become very keenly aware when I go to places of the showroom floor feel. And I'm just going to name some places. Culver's, for instance, the restaurant. Many of you have been there. I don't particularly like the curb appeal of the building. The blue is not, I don't really care for that. But when you go in the building, the thing that's impressive is you walk in there and you will see pictures of the people that work there having fun together. And I'm like, wow, you don't see that in fast food places. It's usually the opposite. They don't want to be there. And then the people that work there, they are so polite. They are so outgoing, and they're so quick. It's amazing. I'm like, I'll go eat food there anytime I can. And the quality is very good. Another one, Chick-fil-A, is the same way. Is you go in there, and try this out at a Chick-fil-A sometime. And you see if I'm right about this. You go up, you get your refill, and and you say thank you after they refill your drink, they will not say no problem. They will not say anything else. They will always say, it's my pleasure. They have been trained to say, it's my pleasure. Why is that? They're trying to give the showroom floor. It's a cut above. Another one, Starbucks. I love the way that it looks. I love the colors. I love the tables. I love the stuff that I'm never going to buy, but it's sitting on the shelf and it looks cool. I love the artworks. I have no clue how the coffee tastes. I've drinking a lot of coffee there. I don't know if I like it or not. I just like to go there and drink it at the place because I like the way that it feels. It's the showroom floor. Okay? Now here's the deal right here. The church is the oldest franchise around. It's the oldest business, older than any Fortune 500 business. It's 2,000 years old. Here's the problem. If someone walks into this very old institution and it smells like mildew, it looks outdated, the material was printed in 1953. Nothing wrong with 1953 if you were born that year. But if the material was printed in 1953, the paper is yellowing, then what that says, it communicates a message. And here's what it says. It says, this place is not relevant. It is out of touch. It is not for your life now and the issues you're dealing with. And we don't care or think enough about God to do anything about it. That's what that speaks. We will not be that way. Okay?